Lee, this is fucked up. We've gotta help him. This is bad. This is so bad.
Shit. Walkers! It's now or never, Lee.
I'm gonna have to cut you out. Try the trap again. Anything, please.
Is this Game Genie?
I'm Mike.
I'm Kurt. I'm Jay. And today we're reviewing The Walking Dead Episode 2, Starving for Help. Notice how it's called, it's not called The Running Dead?
Notice how we're starving for views right now. Remember to like the video and subscribe, it helps us out. It takes 3 months after episode 1. Lee, the main character, and Kenny are in the woods searching for anything that's alive, because anything that's dead, it gets zombified, basically. Even the animals. You're faced with these hard choices right off the top. You have a hard choice to make whether to save someone or not.
You know.
Okay.
So you said you know about 6 times in that sentence. You know?
Okay, you know.
You play Lee, who's a black gentleman. One thing I was waiting for in this, if they were going to be ballsy enough to do this like they do in the comics, and Kenny, his friend, almost throws a racial thing at him in this, and that's...
Well, he asks, you know how to pick locks, right, Lee?
Yeah, and he just assumes because he's an urban... He doesn't outright say, hey, you're black, you should know, but...
No, he says, because you're urban.
That was the moment when I knew this game was taking shit seriously for once. Yeah. Like, the first episode was serious, but now they're bringing that into it. Like,
racial.
It was just like, it blew my mind that I'm playing this in a video game.
You have some really tough choices to make, and at one point you have to, there's like only a certain amount of food, and you have to decide which people in your group gets food.
So there's 10 people in your group, you get 4 pieces of food. One problem with the game though, I felt, is you pick the 4 people, and you're always going to progress in the story. So what's unique about the game isn't the way that it plays out, because you can always go back and give it to other people. It takes away sort of from the gameplay, because I could just choose anybody. I don't really care, I just click. I mean, I wish that if I gave it to somebody, something drastic would happen if I didn't give it. You know what I mean?
Did you save over my file?
Yep. What I loved about this is the story's way more intense than the first episode. First episode gets you into the sort of pacing of being in the undead world. Now you actually have to survive, and everyone's starving. You gotta go get food, and that's it. In your face gore and like ridiculous choices, and it's like, oh my god, sometimes...
You feel the tension more. You're more worried about making these decisions. It's gonna affect so much.
I hate to say it, but it really is an emotional roller coaster, as cliche as that sounds.
No, it's true.
You're worried about people, you're laughing at a joke, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, this is really dramatic. You have to do bad things in front of Clementine, the girl that you protected since episode 1. And I find the problem with episode 1 was the puzzles and stuff wasn't challenging enough, you know, and I rarely died. In this one, I was always dying, always thinking, scratching my head. I would still like to see the puzzles to be a little bit more challenging. They were pretty simple, but I thought that was an improvement from episode 1.
Well, hopefully episodes are even difficult.
It's not what they say. It's like almost the animation, and sometimes just the way that they move and the way they're looking at you, you get this uneasy feeling. And to get that feeling from a video game is very hard to do.
Yeah. And what's also awesome about episode 2 is it really has to do anything with zombies. You have to deal with the humans that are surviving.
I said to Mike, like, why did I get the feeling this happens? And you go, holy, you're right. That's what happened. You guessed it. It was like this build-up, and it really pays off.
And I ruined it for you.
Well, no.
Ruined it.
Yeah, I found out right there and then. It's frightening. It really is scary.
So let's keep this short. What do you give episode?
I'm going to keep you short and not turn you on.
For the record,
Mike.
For the record, I have not played it. I'm waiting for all of them to come out because I'm one of those impatient people. I'll wait till the season's out and then play it all. What do you give it, Jay?
I give it a 9 out of 10. Best zombie game I've ever played.
I say that episode 2 is a little bit better than episode 1, and I'd give it a 9. I gave it an 8.5 last time. If you want more details about this series, go check out our review of the first episode, link in the underbar, and that basically explains what Telltale's trying to achieve here. We also just learned that Telltale will be creating a season 2 of the Walking Dead video game after the 5-episode games are out.
I'm guessing it's going to be a new character.
Maybe.
Think that this story is going the same route as Night of the Living Dead?
I hope not. I hope it's a different story.
Yeah,
you don't want him to die in it.
No, I don't want him to die, but I can understand if they do that at the end.
Anyone playing this game out there, what do you want to see happen? Do you want them to go to the same stuff as in the show, like the jail or whatnot? Where should they end up next? Like, what's going to happen?
So you can get this on Steam, Xbox Live, PS3, Dreamcast, Sega Genesis.
And
it's
$64.
It's $24.99. It's gonna be the best $24 you spent.
No, it's really good, and it's way better than the last game.
And $24.99 is for all the episodes, right?
That's right.
Way better than
so
the
that's
back.
gonna be cheaper than buying it.
Adventure games, they're coming back, baby.
And it's better than the Jurassic Park and Back to the Future game that they made previously.
Yeah, Telltale. Say goodbye and let's move on.
Secret gems.
No.
I'll put like a piece of poo in your hand.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Yeah.